Puerto Rico, land of enchantment. The ocean, the architecture, the beaches. It looks like paradise. But for the dogs of Puerto Rico, life is hell. On this infamous bridge is where dogs were tossed to their deaths.
Right here is where they threw them.
She was able to hear her crying and the agony that she was going through.
Those who raced here to try and rescue as many as they could are still shaken.
Yo he tenido que ir a tratamiento psiquiátrico porque cuando yo me acuerdo, lo que veo son más que los perros y los perros.
Those dogs came from good homes in this housing project.
All these dogs are so docile. They're not wild dogs.
It was raided by corrupt animal control workers looking to reap the bounty on every dog's head.
Administration and the municipal from Barceloneta went to each house. They started removing dogs, not surrendering. They actually went into their houses and they took the dogs from these people's property.
They'll take dogs anywhere they can find them, and they're easy to find.
They took it from these people's arms, kids crying.
Yo le indiqué que había niños y que eso era una criminalidad que estaban haciendo delante de los niños.
Ella estaba muy triste cuando tomaron a su perrito.
Sí, ella quería que buscaran la perrita y eso para tenerla.
Animal control workers saw dollar signs for every dog they ripped from their owner's arms. That's because Puerto Rico's pet overpopulation crisis is so out of control. An industry of dog killers has sprung up.
This has been going on for the past 7-8 years.
Wow.
I'm talking about 100,000 of animals, $65 per animal.
Los municipales, yo pues la paré en mi casa y le dije que abuso era ese estar sacando los animales. Ella lo que me indicó a mí fue que eran órdenes del alcalde, que tenían que remover los perros de los apartamentos porque si no se le cancelaba el contrato.
We're in Yabucoa at Dead Dog Beach.
This is Dead Dog Beach. It got its name because of all the dogs who've been dumped here.
People just don't care. The dog gets pregnant, they throw them to the beach. They throw the mother and puppies to the beach.
Obviously, this was somebody's pet. Look how docile she is. That lets her pick her up. But she was dumped here.
I was here once just by chance and I had some food with me and I started feeding them and it came one and then the other and all of a sudden there was a lot of them around. In one day, 60, 70, 80.
No.
People think it's kind of fun just to run them down with their cars.
This elementary school is famous for its litters of homeless dogs, which are routinely rounded up and, say critics, killed.
Llevan 5 años esta situación aquí. ¿Qué me preocupa a mí como director? Mis estudiantes. Mis hijas como padre también que estudian en esta escuela. Los perros se orinan en el baño. Los perros toman agua de los inodoros. Los perros se la cuestan encima de los bultos a los niños. Le arrebatan la merienda de las manos.
Están tratando de comunicar con la municipalidad y con usted y no tienen respuesta.
Bueno, si ellos lo hacen desde sus oficinas, desde sus escuelas, yo no voy a llegar donde ellos. Ellos tienen que ir al municipio para que ellos reciban respuesta.
Estamos enseñando muchas letras.
Y Sabregado, yo tengo aquí la evidencia de todas las cartas, las veces que he tratado de ir a reunirme con el alcalde, las gestiones que se han hecho para lo de los perros. Y nadie ha hecho nada.
No quieren matar a los animales, ¿no? ¡No! ¿Te gusta a los animales? Sí! They all say they love animals, they don't want to kill them.
This garbage dump is also known as a drop-off spot for dogs nobody wants.
They've been dumped here. And ironically, where they've been dumped is at a dump, a garbage dump. So basically, they've been treated like garbage.
On and on across Puerto Rico, the story is the same. Dogs and cats everywhere, starving, injured, dying. It's an embarrassment that's gotten international coverage and hurt tourism on the island, as animal-loving Americans and Europeans vow to boycott Puerto Rico until the government does what is right. Private shelters are overflowing. Cages upon cages are filled with dogs who long to have a space to run At city shelters like this one in Arecibo, conditions are so bad.
That dog is obviously very, very ill. How come it's not put to sleep?
Because we haven't got a vet yet.
Workers and animal activists argue over who's to blame.
You bring food here?
Yeah.
Do you bring food
Do
here?
you
No,
bring
you don't.
it? Do you
No,
bring
don't.
it? Do you
No,
know
you
who
don't.
brings it? Guess
No,
what?
you don't.
Think that he has a
Government
proposal.
out there cutting our hands out, you know?
No,